Thanks for joining, guys. We're here for our quick pop-in video. We're not going to hold you a long time, but thank you guys for joining. Let's go ahead and get into the video. For those of you that are coming in, please don't forget to tap on the like if you don't mind. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right. First topic. Let's go ahead and get into it. We have some Porsha and Simon news as they seem to stay in the news, child. I feel like I am so tired of talking about them, but anytime they have any type of updates as related to their case, their situation, the courts, whatever the case may be, I have to do my due diligence and talk about it because it's always some juicy, chaotic bullshit that they have going on with them. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, hey everyone coming in. Thank you guys for being here. So according to the Girls Are Fighting, Porsha Williams, honey, faces legal setback in the $667,000 battle with Simon Guobadia, and the lawsuit is at risk of dismissal. So y'all know she filed something to hold him in contempt because he's refusing to comply with the court order of her getting her $40,000 a month and the car and all this other stuff. So she has sued and or turned around and filed a motion to hold him in contempt of court since he refuses to keep his end of the bargain per the court. So let's go ahead and read up on what they're saying here. It's not a whole lot. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So Porsha Williams faces legal setback in $667K battle with Simon Guobadia, lawsuit at risk for dismissal. Now, Porsha Williams is suing ex-husband Simon Guobadia for breaking their prenup and wants him held in contempt. But Simon refused to accept service at a recent hearing. Ooh, now it says FYI, accepting service means officially receiving court papers so a case can move forward. So he is stalling her out because he does not want to give her any money. Now, it says that Simon showed up via Zoom, but said that he'd rather hire a lawyer first. Now, his attorney refused to accept the papers as well, claiming that she hadn't been officially hired for that case. It goes on to say that Portia's case could be dismissed in 30 days if they can't serve him, which, you know, he's going to avoid that. He can easily hide out for the next 30 days because he is running back and forth from Nigeria to Dubai. Okay, he's from Nigeria to Dubai. So if they can't serve him, they can't contact him. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's going to get dismissed, which that's a win-win for him. You got to remember, Simon is a scammer, so he knows how to get around the law. He's been doing it since the 90s when he was trying to get his citizenship, and he used several different names. He also had credit card fraud and all these other things going on, which kept him from gaining citizenship. So with him being married 5 times, y'all know he's been scamming. I feel like Porsha was a part of his scam in terms of marrying her so that he could extend his visa in the U.S., but that did not work out because then she turned around and fucked it up and filed for divorce, which then made him have to be deported out of the U.S. So I think that's why he's really upset, because he wanted to be in the U.S. He enjoyed being here, but with Porsha having enough of his bullshit and filing for divorce, it kind of messed up his plans to still be here in the U.S. Now, it says that the contempt claim denied for now, since the case was still in appeals. It said the next court date is set for December. So we'll see what happens, because they have 30 days to serve Simon. And if they can't, then it could be dropped where she will not be getting no $667,000, girl. So Porsha, again, if you're watching my video, sis, go ahead and just let this fucking house go. Let everything go that's attached to Simon. Start your life over, you and your daughter, so that you don't have to keep fighting. Like, girl, it's expensive to keep hiring lawyers and keep showing up to court, filing motions. Like, all of this is starting to be very draining. It's like every other day is something legally going on between Simon and Porsha. And he's not even in the United States, y'all. She is still trying to hold on to these things that she had while she was married to him. And Simon is just not letting up. You guys also know that there's a $200 and something thousand lien on the property where Porsha is staying because Simon did not pay his former attorneys. And he said, hey, I don't give a fuck, just put a lien on the property, because he knew he wasn't going to stay there. So that, of course, affected Porsha, who is trying to refinance the house into her name. It is a $7-point-something million home. She also has her home on the market that she owned previously, where her mother, Diane, was staying in. But I don't think that house is sold yet. And the crazy thing is, if it sells and then this situation happens with the home that she's in now with Simon, I think that that's going to be a bad thing for her, because where the hell are you going to go? You probably just going to wind up spending more money to rent a space, when I would just pack up my shit and move. I keep saying it, but she wants to continue fighting for this damn house. It is what it is. But it looks like Simon is one-upping her once again. Moving on. Ciao, ciao, ciao. All right, so Cardi B, honey, y'all know Cardi B's been going off on the female rappers, honey. She is currently into it with a few rappers. We talked about this morning in Car Chronicles. She and Nicki Minaj are going back and forth. She also was going back and forth with JT from the City Girls. She's also been going back and forth with Bia, rapper Bia, and now she is crashing out over Ice Spice, and she is going off on Ice Spice's manager in this audio call that got leaked. And I feel like the manager leaked the call because Cardi was going crazy. I was like, girl, you are pregnant, like pregnant. Why are you doing all this screaming and hollering and getting your blood pressure up while you're carrying? This is not worth it. You're threatening people on a phone call. Like, this could be bad for you if this person decides to go and like press charges, because you threatened somebody like multiple times in this video. But let's get into it, honey. According to Sozio Radio, it says that Cardi B allegedly confronts Ice Spice's manager in a leaked audio call. She says that I'm not, Pussy, Lotto. She says that I will beat her up. So now you are threatening people. I'm like, girl, you are a mom of what, 3, almost 4 now? Settle down, because you are looking very unhinged over this situation. Like, just keep it about the rap music, honey, not raising your blood pressure, fighting and risking the health of your baby, because she was really going hard on this call. Let's go ahead and get into it. Ciao. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm so busy over here trying to say hey to everybody. I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me go back. Y'all know I be forgetting to share. I be so, oh, Lord. And I'm tired tonight, too. I'm sorry. My bad. Damn. I'm like Home Alone. We did it again. All right. So here we go. So Cardi is snapping off. All right. Cardi is snapping off. We were just practicing just now. All right. So here's the coup de grace. Here's the show. Cardi, where are your kids when you're snapping off like this, girl? I know her kids, if they're with her, they gotta be scared. Like, what is wrong with mommy? Why is mommy snapping off like this? And your language, girl, oh my God, her mouth is, well, let me stop, because shit, I'm like that too when I'm mad. I can't even say no, Cardi. My mouth is lethal like that when I'm mad too. But damn, girl. Again, I hope your kids went around when you were snapping like this. But girl, you kind of threatened some people and some other things that you said, hey, it's on site. I don't care if it's red carpet, wherever, you're gonna beat her up and hit her in the mouth and all this other stuff. Like, girl, it's a lot, okay? But she is mad at Ice Spice's manager. And calling out rapper Lotto as well. So damn, Lotto, I hope you okay, girl. And as well, in Ice Spice as well, y'all, she got beef with a lot of female rappers right now. So Cardi, baby, really, you should probably just take a little break, because you at least 6 months pregnant or so. Okay, and you can't be out here fighting with no baby in your stomach, baby. You're gonna be done hurt yourself and a whole lot of other things. Like, sit it down somewhere, honey. Get that stress up off you and chill out, because you turning up a little bit too much right now. All right, Cardi is, oh my God. Y'all remember Cardi was street, honey, before she got into this rap stuff. She was very street, out here fighting and carrying on, her and her sister Hennessy. Both of them are very, very hood. All right, and it's so sad. But let's continue on, honey. Prayers up for Cardi that she can find some peace and ain't got to be out here doing all this fighting and stuff, child. Jesus. All right. So let's get into this damn pastor, child, John Gray, with his lying, cheating ass. I don't know why he's still up here trying to preach when he got all these damn issues. He needs to sit his ass down somewhere. All right, so Twitter is calling out Pastor John Gray. They're calling him Offset in the pulpit, child, after his public apology to his wife for cheating on her once again. Now, this is like what, 3 or 4 times his ass been caught cheating. Now, I do remember when another story came out about him where his wife was out of town for some reason. I think for like some type of family situation. He decided to stay back, but he was cheating and was seeing this woman behind his wife's back. They were sexting on the phone and they were video calling as well. He is on video, like with no pants on, like bent over and showing her his private parts and doing some very, very unmentionable things that pastors should not do with people that's not their wives. Okay. Yeah, he was caught doing that and talking real nasty to this lady. Even promised this woman he was going to move her closer to him and buy her a house and car and all of this. He was so enamored with this woman. All this behind his wife's back. All right. Yeah, it was really bad. So when his wife found out, of course, he got in the pulpit and started this fake ass crying and shit because he didn't want his church to sit his ass down or fire him from being the pastor. So he got up there with them fake tears and saying the Lord, was working on him. Y'all know how they do. And she got up there, with that fake crying as well, and she accepted his apology and chose to stay. Fast forward, he cheated again. All right, fast forward, cheated again. So now his ass is caught in another situation where it said that he has once again cheated on his wife. Like, how many cars you going to buy her? Because it seems like every time you get caught cheating, you buy her something expensive. The first time he bought her a really expensive sports car. I want to say it was like maybe a Ferrari or something like that as a I'm sorry gift. But they said that Pastor John Gray has finally issued a public apology to his wife, Aventa Gray, following the most recent cheating scandal. And Twitter users are pointing out the similarities between him and the Migos rapper Offset, who staged cheating on his wife, Cardi B. Of course, you know that Cardi and Offset, they are still married, but they're not together. Cardi is now pregnant by football player Stephon Diggs. But the question now is, what the hell is going on with John Gray to continue to get up in the pulpit every Sunday and be, cheating and carrying on and lying and doing all the things that he's doing and just get up there like it's just nothing. And he feels like he can just issue an apology and just jump back up there. Leandria Johnson called him out as well because she went to his church and something happened between them, but she called him out and said he was one of those pastors that, be doing some shit that he should not be doing. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on with John Gray, but John Gray need to sit his ass down. Let me see, can I find that video where Leandra called his ass out? I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see. Give me a second, y'all. She called his ass out. I said, no, not John Gray, honey. Let's see. Yeah, I'm about to send it right on over. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up right quick. But before I pull it up, let's stop sharing. And then I'm going to, let me go ahead and type it up on here. And then I'm going to play it. Because, child, I said, damn. These pastors out here just be doing the freaking most. All right, hold on. Yeah, John Gray need to be sat down. I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. I don't want to hear him preaching or nothing, honey, because that's a hot mess. All right, hold on. So before we do that, let's look at this fake ass apology that he gave to his wife when his ass got caught cheating before. All right. Got up there with them fake tears and her ass. She took him right back, only for him to be out here doing it again. And he was trying to say there was something happened in his childhood to where, he was kind of, battling some stuff that happened to him in his childhood. But my thing is, while you're dealing with this, while the Lord is working on you and all that, maybe sit down, step down until you figure out what's going on with you and get all this up out your system, get this hole up out your system. Because I feel like cheating is a conscious decision. When you choose to cheat on your significant other, spouse, whatever, it's a conscious decision. So you can't just always blame it on, yeah, you do have childhood trauma and things like that, but it's a conscious decision to do things. If you have problems like that, you are a millionaire, you are a pastor of a mega church who has access to a lot of money. If you could buy your wife a expensive sports car, a Ferrari, then you could take your ass somewhere and get some expensive therapy. Like I would have felt like the car, you could have probably saved the money from the car and used that money in some very extensive therapy in order to better yourself. Because what's the point of buying her an expensive Ferrari if you're going to turn around and cheat again? Like how many Ferraris do she get? is my question, right? How many Ferraris do she get? If you can buy a Ferrari, use that money to go and get some professional, the best help you can get, the best doctors with that money from this Ferrari. Let's get into this fake ass apology. All right. Shout out to Celebrana. Let's get into it.
Aventer, I am sorry for the pain that I have caused you. And my prayer is that the life I live from this moment will be one worthy of the love that you have extended and that our family receives from. I am grateful for you, for our children, and I pray that God would restore the joy that we had in the days when we would drive around the city dreaming. You know, Aventer, I am sorry for the pain that I have caused you. And my prayer is that the life I live from this moment will be one worthy of the love that you have extended and that our family receives from. I am grateful for you, for our children, and I pray that God would restore the joy that we had in the days when we would drive around the city dreaming. You know.
Child, bye. Pray that the Lord restore some healing in you so you don't be out here taking your clothes off. This nigga had on a button-up shirt with no damn drawers on, bent over in a camera, like a video call with this lady he was cheating with. They were sexting each other. And this nigga was bent. Oh, you see how chunky he is? So imagine, okay? Imagine seeing his big ass bent over on camera as a pastor. Now, he knew exactly what he was doing and hopped his ass right up there that Sunday. I just want to say to my congregation, I'm sorry. The Lord is still working on me. Nah, nigga, you bent over on camera, showing you, spraying your ass cheeks and whatnot as a pastor. Nah, get off my damn phone with this bullshit. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys where Leandria called his ass out. All right, World of Star, shout out to you. Because he's been on his bullshit for quite some time, since 2018. This nigga been on this cheating string since 2018. His chunky ass, all right. His buffet chunky eating ass out here cheating as Tisha would call it. Okay, let's share this damn screen. Yeah, Leandra like, nigga, nah, you can't pray for me. Hell on out of here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so Leandra Johnson calls out Pastor John Gray, and it has something like an explosive confrontation that shook the church. Let's get into it.
Johnson has never been one to hold her tongue, but this time, she took things to a whole new level. The Grammy-winning gospel powerhouse just called out Pastor John Gray in a no-holds-barred confrontation that sent shockwaves through the church community, and let's just say she did not come to play. After years of headline after headline detailing Gray's extravagant spending, questionable teachings, and never-ending cheating scandals, Leandria had enough. In a moment that no one saw coming, she took to a live broadcast and obliterated what she called the blatant hypocrisy of John Gray's ministry. And his response? Let's just say it only made things worse. Leandria Johnson unleashes on John Gray, no mercy given. In her fiery takedown, Leandria pulled zero punches, slamming Gray for standing on stage preaching about faithfulness and integrity while repeatedly betraying his own wife. I'm sick of these so-called men of God getting caught crying, blaming the devil, and then expecting the church to just move on, she declared. And just like that, the internet erupted. Fans flooded the comments, some cheering her on, others scrambling to defend Gray, but Leandria wasn't done. She turned her attention to an even deeper issue, the way women in the church are expected to endure public humiliation in the name of faith. If this was a woman who cheated, y'all would have dragged her through the dirt. But because John Gray knows how to put on a show, y'all keep letting him slide. The raw honesty had people shook. The church community was split down the middle. And John Gray? Well, he definitely caught wind of the firestorm. John Gray's response, a classic playbook move. As expected, Gray didn't own up to the allegations. Instead, he went straight to his favorite move, playing the victim. In a now-deleted Instagram post, he wrote a cryptic message about being persecuted and how the enemy is busy. Translation? He painted himself as a man of God under attack rather than someone finally being held accountable. The internet was not having it. Sir, you're not being persecuted. You're being called out for cheating again, one user clapped back. Another added, why do you always play the man of God under attack card instead of just saying, I messed up?
Period. I see a lot of those pastors doing that, okay? Eddie Schlong did it. Eddie Schlong did it when he got caught with them boys. What's the first thing he did? I'm like David and Goliath. He want to get up there and preach. Why do they do that? Just get up there on your shit and then go sit your ass down for a while until you get over whatever it is, until the Lord clean you up, with whatever you're dealing with. Like, don't get up there and want to preach to somebody and use biblical scriptures to justify the mess that you were caught in, saying the devil is busy and the devil is using you and all that. No, it's you. It's you, John Gray. Nobody told you to be up there with no drawers on, with your ass tooted up to the camera, spreading your ass cheeks in the damn camera screen. Nobody told you to do that. No, I ain't even want to see that shit. I saw the video. I was just like, damn, let me go ahead and throw up right quick. I ain't want to see that. Yeah, it's always the devil's attacking me. No, it's hoism. Your hoism is attacking you. And his stupid ass wife continue to stay with him, knowing he's out here doing these things with multiple different women. Like, that makes you a beard a little bit. It makes you have low self-esteem, okay? Like, God gave everybody this little thing called common sense. And when you see the red flags, then you got to move accordingly. Like, stop allowing people to play in your face and put you in situations. And a lot of times these women, they don't leave. It was kind of like Eddie Long's wife. She left a little bit and then she came back. She announced that they were separating. And I don't know what happened behind the scenes when that whole situation went down with those boys coming forward to say that Eddie Long was inappropriately touching them and doing things. His wife wound up leaving. And then she turned around and came back and wound up staying with his ass until he passed away. And y'all remember, he was like, he used to wear those muscle shirts, standing up there muscle bound like he just came out the gym. I mean, the nigga was preaching in a muscle shirt. He ain't preaching a robe. Half falling out the back and everything. And his final days before he passed, he had done shriveled up down to maybe barely 100 and something pounds. Shaved all his hair off, bald. He was standing. I didn't even know who the fuck he was when I saw him for the first time after all that. I didn't even know who he was. I was like, wow, who is this? And child, when they put a little caption up, Pastor Eddie Long, I said, who? This is the same person. They were saying he had that aggressive form of cancer. I don't want to debunk that because I'm not a doctor. But judging by the things that they said the homeboy was out here doing, I don't know. I can't say it's cancer. I don't know. It could be, it could be not. Okay. It could be, could be not. You out here playing with little boys' buttholes and shit like that. I'm leaning the other way on the aggressive form of cancer. But anywho and anyway, this situation with John Gray, we keep hearing about it. As I said, this has been going on since 2018. The nigga is still apologizing. I can't say apologizing. He is still apologizing. That's what we're going to call that. And the congregation continues to take him back and allow him to lead them and pastor them. It's some blind people in that damn congregation. It's some blind sheep in that congregation. All right. That's what it is. Because the nigga is playing in your face, taking your money every Sunday and turning around every time he cheat on his wife and taking the offering money and buying her a new car, buying her new expensive gifts so that she will stay with him and still continue to, allow him to play in her damn face, so to speak. And it's sad. And this is why a lot of people turn away from going to church because of things like this. They don't trust the church because they see pastors acting in this type of way. Back in the day, you didn't hear about stuff like this with the older pastors. That's why I say I like to listen to people like Gilbert Earl Patterson and all these other great ministers. Well, I just saw something the other day with Juanita Bynum. Okay, these are people who flock to these huge congregations and these huge church functions and raise all this money, and at the end of the day they're doing all this crazy egregious stuff behind the scenes, and people follow them because they're blind. That's why I always say you have to read your Bible for yourself to know for yourself what the good books say, and so that you know the way to go and not just listening to what somebody said, because people be so quick in church to say amen to somebody. You ain't heard nothing they said before they can get out of their mouth. You already amen in it. You ain't read nothing. You just following what somebody have to say just to be a part of what's going on. And it's crazy. It's too many of these pastors being exposed for messing around and doing things. And it's so sad. Y'all, I'm not telling nobody not to go to church, but definitely make sure that the church that you do choose to go to is one that's following what the Bible says, and not just somebody that's standing up on a pedestal with a godlike complex, taking all your money and leading people down the wrong way. And that's just That's just what it is, okay? But we're gonna get on out of here on that, because like I said, this is a quick pop in. I do appreciate you all for coming over and supporting the video. All right, if anybody in here is a part of John Gray's church, honey, get out, okay? Get on up out of here. We are looking for some more members over here at Bedside Baptist, honey, where the Reverend Pillow and First Lady Quill is my First Lady and Pastor up over here. All right, yeah, we have a one-woman choir. That is me. So yeah, thank you guys so much. We're gonna get on out of here though. Let me stop. So to my top flight mods, thank y'all so much for modding. Scorpion Miss Sweet Essence, Rose Olmsted, True TV Podcast, Tyra, and my birthday mod today, which is KBR. Again, you guys wish her a very happy birthday. Okay, she could have been anywhere tonight turning up, but it's her birthday, and she still came up in here to work and mod for me. So I really appreciate that. Again, happy birthday to Miss KBR. All right, we love her. That. Thank you also to my usual content creators that stop by: Schoolboy, Sunny Days, Simple Mom Family TV, Purple Unicorn, Astute Queen B, Just a Tea Please, Miss Didi, Deary Talk. If you are in the bushes, thanks for being here as well. Also Shay Renee, I know sometimes she's in my bushes watching as well. So thank you all for coming over and supporting the video. Again, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over and check us out, because y'all know we be having tea and we have a great time over here as well. And not to mention, we also rock out and jam over here. We got some good jams over here too. But okay, ain't gonna talk y'all to death. Y'all have a wonderful night. I will see you guys tomorrow for Car Chronicles. Car Chronicles is usually at 9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. You guys please set your notifications and also be looking out for any videos that we drop. All right. Love you guys. Down to the next video. Bye.